Well, hello, and hello. Welcome to this special edition of the LTP. I know we're coming out of pocket, but we want to extend our wishes to Disneyland on their 70th anniversary, which is today, 1955, July 17th. So with that, we just wanted to quickly share a couple memories of the park and what it means to us, and then we'll let you go on your merry way. How does that sound? Yeah, good. All right. Well, again, my name is Mark, one of the co-hosts here of the LTP. Sitting to the right of me is the Master of Puppets himself, Udi.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir. And then sitting next to him would be Becky. What's up, Becky?
Hello, you guys. How are you?
Well, I'm doing great. How about you, Udi?
Good.
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 It just feels weird. We don't have a nickname for you, Becky, but that's okay. We got to come up with that. I'm just like, oh, and it's Becky.
We don't have one for you either, Mark, so that's the same.
Well, I can't come up. I can't. You can't do self glossing. You have to have it.
No, I know.
Someone has to give you your own name. So I'm waiting for someone to give me a nickname. Then we'll use it.
Well, Mark, you could think of it, since yours is just a one name, Mark. It's kind of like the status of Prince, or someone like that. That you don't need anything fancy.
Oh.
It's just one name.
Yes, there you go. One name, Mark. There you go. I should do that. But today is not a regular LTP show. It's just going to be something quick. I just wanted to give our birthday wishes out to Disneyland. 70 years is quite the achievement. None of us have lived without Disneyland, which is crazy. I know, like my parents have lived without Disneyland, and grandparents have too. But it's weird that there's going to be a generation that have never had life without Disneyland being around, right? Yeah. So anyways, we thought we'd share just a quick memory of the park, each of us, and then tell us what the park means. So let's just do memories first. Becky, you want to go first?
Okay. Well, mine, I have more just general memories of going with my family. It's like you mentioned, I don't know life without Disneyland. And to me, it really was a foundation of my childhood and so many fun times spent with family and like my siblings and my parents, my grandpa. We have gone together. Some of my cousins, we have gone together. So it's really been that foundation. I guess if I have to pick one memory, I would pick going for the 50th anniversary. And my grandpa came with us, and my grandpa he will be 90 next week. And he's just always been like a spitfire, really ornery, but very well put together. And, and every hair is in place, everything. So he's walking through Disneyland with his button up collared shirt.
Oh, really?
And, just looking like to the nines. And we actually went with my cousins that trip as well, who were from the other side of the family, but we're all really close. So it was my cousins, my family, my aunt, my grandpa, and we sat down for a parade. And when we got up, my grandpa's rear end was just covered in dirt and filth. Like he had sat and stuff, and all of us saw it and were like, oh no. And so we just behind the scenes all made a pact not to tell my grandpa that anything was wrong, because we knew he wouldn't notice it. But it's something that I always think about. It was just really funny in the moment, not wanting him to know that he was dirty, because we knew we'd have to go back and change, and no one wanted to do that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, Udi, you have a memory you want to share? Well, that doesn't have to be your favorite memory. Just anything.
I've got a couple.
Okay, we'll do it. Let's do a couple.
I'll go with what kind of tag along. I think we all kind of have that thing with Disneyland being part of our childhood growing up, and we'll all have memories, kind of general memories of going when we were we're kids and having the family around. So mine's kind of like, it has a couple of things actually. One of them is the last trip I took was with my family, and I remember we were in line for Radiator Springs. And we were all just kind of huddled up there. and we're just kind of making it through the line, and we actually kind of like had this weird thing where our family we're kind of like always, like a lot of families, always moving and always have a lot of million different things going on, and it's difficult for everybody to kind of settle.
Yeah.
So it was nice because I remember I was just sitting there leaning up against the railing, and then my niece just kind of was sitting on the railing kind of next to me. She just kind of put her hand on my shoulder, and we were just kind of just chilling. And then I had my nephews in front of me, and my brother was there, and it was all just kind of like it was a good family moment. Just in Disneyland, hanging out. It reminded me of being a kid when we have those moments. So that one, it sticks out in my mind. The other one was when a certain trip down what was then Splash Mountain. I think you can remember that one, Mark.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Me, Mark, Justin, Patrick, never been on there. Scared to death of it.
I think 13 was with us, too.
And, what was that?
I think that Shannon was with us.
Yeah, Shannon was there with us. I don't think she rode it with us, though. She didn't go down with us. Did she?
No, yeah, no, I think she did.
Okay. She probably did. And so, yeah, we went down. That's another good one. So, those are all, fun memories. Just kind of stuck out in my head.
Yeah, that was the first time we met Patrick, wasn't it? Or second time?
Ever. He worked in the park and still never went.
I think that says a lot that he wanted to go. He trusted you guys enough to brave it.
It was fun. It was a good day.
Yeah, and Patrick was a Marine who jumped out of helicopters too. But yet he was afraid to go down Splash Mountain. So we found that very peculiar.
Yeah. Wow.
And you wouldn't go down it. Yep.
That was awesome.
What was his reaction once you went down it? I remember hearing the story a long time ago, but refreshed my memory.
He was fine. He was kind of it was one of those things we all kind of laughed, and it was just a good memory. It was like a good laugh out of it.
Yeah, well, oddly enough, he did survive, so that was good.
We were all pretty soaking wet. I remember that. So it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
What about you, Mark?
Man, I've got so many memories about the park. But so I don't have like an absolute favorite. But one thing that I think about sometimes has nothing to do with my family or anything. But it was in 2001. 2003 when we went there. It was just some random day. It had been raining like the first 2 days, and the third day it didn't rain, and it was in town square. And I think I've told this story before. And I was standing in front of town square, looking down at the castle, about to take a picture, and there was a guy next to me just weeping, and I don't know who the guy is, but I wasn't paying attention. But I noticed he was weeping, and I said, "Hey man, are you okay?" And he was kind of like my age, and as soon as he talked, I knew he wasn't from America. I think it was from Australia or something like that. But he was just saying, I've waited all my life to come to the park. And I never thought I was going to be able to see this with my own eyes. And just him watching, just listening to him weep, and seeing him weep, I was like, oh, well, I'm glad you're here, man. Yeah. So it didn't occur. I mean, it didn't occur to me then the power of the park because, as Udi said, and I guess as you know, Becky, we've kind of always had this park in our back pocket. We can always go to it whenever we kind of needed it there to do. And this guy is like a once-in-a-lifetime trip. And it was then I go, well, this park is pretty special. So it was one of those things that I go, yeah. I think about that was one of the other reasons why I even wanted to do the LTP, because I knew the park was much bigger than my interests and my theories and things like that. It's something to be shared, and everyone's got their own thoughts and their own backstory behind it. And I just kind of wanted to have a vehicle for that, for people to talk about it. And so I do think about that often. And then, honestly, anyone in my family, I've got a really good memory of that, of doing something special with them. Anytime people say, oh, what is your favorite part? What is your favorite time? I don't have a favorite time. My favorite time is the next time, whenever I can go with someone and share some memory or share a laugh, or, you know, with Udi, he and I complaining about something, in a fun way. I might add. But yeah, I guess my favorite memories can be whatever time I can go next. But I often think about stuff because everywhere I go, I think I have, or sorry, everywhere in the park I have, well, everywhere, most places in the park, I have, oh yeah, this is where this happened, or this is where this guy, you know, or this is where we got that horrible treat or something like that. Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, it is so true. And like, speaking of family, I think that it's so special too, because it's, at least for me, my siblings and I can be so different, or my cousins and I can be so different and have so many other things that we're into or different perspectives on life. But it's one thing we can all agree on that we love and can come together on. And I think that that's something that I enjoy about it too, that it's a way that I can connect with people.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. All right. I'm going to read a message from Eric, or one of our listeners, to his memory of it. He said, so I've been fortunate to make many Disney memories over the years, but this one has pretty much become an ongoing rule. When it comes to Disneyland, I will not ride Autopia anymore. Now I'm a pass holder, and I'm at the park at least 3 times a year with my wife, Ashley. She goes almost every month. I've pretty much hit almost every ride in the park, multiple times within the last 10 years, a few kiddie rides being the only exception. But I haven't been on Autopia since I was a young child. That is the only ride in the park that I have been on that I can honestly tell people the last time I rode on it was with my dad when I was a child. So to preserve that memory, I refuse to ride it nowadays. I'm 58 years old with no kids of my own, so I will always keep that memory fresh, even long after they swap the ride out for a modern attraction, which I am sure will eventually happen. My dad is still alive at 88 years old, but his park-going days have been over for quite some time now. Anyways, thanks for letting me share, and hope you all get to read and hear a lot of great memories. But thank you, Eric. That's a pretty cool memory.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really nice.
And that's a great way to keep that memory alive with your dad.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I hate to think that people can be too old to go to the park. You know, that's something that I'm kind of wrestling with. I guess if you're, I don't know how to say it, but it makes me sort of sad.
I know. I think I can understand it now. Like my grandpa that I was talking about, he's 90, and we've talked about this. We would love to bring him just to do one more time, because we've had so many special times and he loves it. But the long car ride is hard, or even being able to sit in a plane is hard because he's older. And then sometimes there could be a bathroom issue, kind of just different stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
I think that it's dependent on situation, or what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. I fully understand it. It just kind of makes me sad.
Yeah, it is. Well, to think, to think of someday my kids going without me and I'm at home.
No.
Old,
I can't even fathom that.
They're like, sorry, kids, you can't go without me.
I know, sorry. I know, totally. That's one of the rules.
Find a way, but no, it is. It's a weird, life thing to think about.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So let's not dwell upon that right now. But let's dwell upon what does the park. Let's kind of bring it home here. No, what does the park mean to you then on this 70th anniversary? 70 years of magic, I suppose, without sounding too stupid. Anyone?
Well, 70 is a milestone. In general, for any company to be around 70 years. Well, I know the company's been longer, but for the park to be here 70 years and to be something that has, I don't even know, extended throughout time. That is, I don't know if you'd call it timeless. something that has brought generations together during that time. I mean, that's amazing, and congratulations and happy birthday on that. For me, the park means family. It is a place of hope. I guess when there are dark times in my life, it's a place to remember happiness and to experience happiness.
Yes, absolutely.
I think that, well, like you talked about, your favorite memory is the next one you're going to make. I think that anytime I've been at Disneyland, every day is the best day ever. I can't think of a time where, like, wow, that day kind of sucked. You know, like, even if something is closed or doesn't go right, I don't remember that. I just remember the happy parts of it.
Oh, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, and I think that's what makes the park special is that it can mean so many different things to so many different people. We're all going to have like some common threads, but we're all going to have our little unique bit of why the park is so special to us. So for me, it has everything to do with childhood and imagination and hope.
Mm-hmm.
So Disneyland was a place that always was a place of joy. We would go and the whole family would go, and it was an excitement. It was just exciting. And no matter what kind of a day it had been, or week, whatever, we knew no matter what we were going to have a good time. And I think that's one of the things that makes it so, I don't know, so memorable, such a special place, is that we always will have a good time there. The people that we're with just makes it better. We can bring different people, and we all know that at the end of the day, they're going to have a great day. And I think it's rare and it's difficult to find other places like that in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you can find all your happy places and the things that you enjoy to do. I like to ride. I used to play a lot of hockey, things like that. But even then, like, those bad days were never as, you still had some bad days I had bad days on the bike. So you get off the bike and you're kind of tired and you're like, ugh. And I've done that in a hockey game. I'd come off a hockey game as much as I love it, throwing my stuff on the ground because I'm mad.
Yeah.
And you don't have that at Disney. Flat out, we will argue and complain, but at the end of the day, we always say things, but I'm still happy to be here. And I think the other part of it is that it's always been a unifying factor in my life.
Yep.
So, like, the show's been a perfect vehicle that demonstrates that, is the uniting factor that it can play in so many people's lives. So it unites so many people from so many different walks of life with different stories and different origins and everything in different places in their life, but it's a unifying factor. So, yeah. And I'm glad it's been around. I hope it stays around for at least another 70. It's one of these things that needs to be guarded and protected and lifted up and maintained. So, yeah. Very special place.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well put. So everything you guys have both said is 100% accurate. It rings true with me. I guess I'm going to add like what I said a little bit earlier. It's nice having Disneyland in your back pocket. You can pull out whenever you need to go there. Currently as we speak, I let my magic key expire, and just because I had other things I had to get done around the house and things like that. But I really want to get another one as soon as I possibly can, as soon as the right one comes along, because I like to just to have a trip planned somewhere and down in the future. Like, hey, like right now, it's like July in Sacramento. It's so flipping hot, but oh man, I've got stuff going in October to Disneyland. I can look forward to that. Or whatever, even though I have nothing planned. But I like to have that spot, earmarked down in the future, so I have something to look forward to. And like Azudi says, it's a unifying place. Like, when you go there, you really do forget about all the other nonsense, and you just, think like, I think something stupid is like, if I'm going to go for like 3 days, like that very first day that I'm there, I'm thinking, oh man, I'm here Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I can eat whatever I want. I can stay up late. I can run around and do whatever I want. I don't have to answer to anybody. And I don't know if you guys think like that, because usually I try to eat pretty strict during the week or whenever. But I'm thinking I can eat whatever I want. I can buy stuff that I normally don't buy. I can sleep in late. I can get up early and do it. And so I think about that, and I know it's silly to put myself through that, because it's like I don't know why I said that. It's kind of embarrassing, but.
No, it's not.
But Disneyland is just that place where, like you say, it unifies stuff. And I feel so fortunate that my family is really into it, and they get excited about it. And it's one of those things that it puts us instantly in this great mood. You still have, it inspires me. It still gives me hope that things can always be better. And I mean, really, I think about it probably too much, more than I should, because it comes up in quite a few conversations. And I can relate a lot of, issues in the world to stuff that's going on in Disneyland. And that's how I try to make it make sense for me sometimes. I don't know if that makes any sense to anyone else, but, and, I haven't really met anyone that doesn't get excited or want to talk about Disneyland, They don't have to know much at all, and that's fine. But they can get, oh yeah, I like that haunted house, or I like that pirate ride. Okay, that's definitely a starting point for conversation, right? So, I don't know. It's just a place, and we talked about this before. It's a place where we go and we celebrate memories, with people that may or may no longer be with us, which is hard. And you wonder about, I wonder if this person would have liked this, or if this person would have enjoyed that. And dang it, But I don't know. That's
so true. Like right now, I'm experiencing with my kids. Like they're loving Disneyland, of course, and they want to watch YouTube. Like my oldest wants to watch YouTube, where it's just walkthroughs and it's nobody talking, but she just hears the music and they're like walking through the park. She loves that. But also she'll get super excited at her age, like, Mom, and it's, a new sign up for the 70th that she's noticing. Today there was one at the Disneyland Hotel, and it was Lilo, and she, wanted me to, or Stitch, and wanted me to see it. But I feel like that when I'm at Disneyland as an adult, I see something and I want to, if my mom's not there, I want to let her know and be like, oh my gosh, they added this, or my mom's going to love this. And it's something that, I don't know, like kind of, I guess, brings back that childlike bond.
Yeah.
Sometimes with your family, and even if they aren't here anymore, to connect on that. I would imagine you still have those feelings of like, oh man, I really wish I could tell them this, or I hope they're seeing this with me right now. Because just special.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. It's so strange to me that these few 100 acres in the middle of Anaheim can cause all this,
It's so true. And how many places are there that you could be there for the 50th anniversary and people are excited to be there for the 70th. If you know every one, people are still so excited to be there.
Oh, totally. Yep. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. It's just, it's something that's evergreen, but maybe it's not evergreen. It's got both things to it, qualities to it.
Yeah.
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 It has those evergreen features, but then the ever-evolving parts as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And I know it's a tangent, but even though all the commotion with DCA right now, I'm still stoked for what I'm stoked and excited for what we're going to be getting there. It's not entirely my choices, but I'm still on board with it, and like, okay, this is going to be interesting. And I'm glad we're going to get some new content to complain about, but ultimately embrace. I would imagine.
I think so. I also think that, even if we're not loving every single decision. I think we could all be in agreement that probably in 5 years from now, we would be talking and we might have an even better version of DCA than we've seen before.
Yes.
Well, that's the hope.
That's the hope.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's the hope. All right. Well, I got that was pretty much the gist of this quick LTP show. If any listeners out there want to chime in, please do send us an audio file. We will play them throughout the next few shows if we get them. Basically saying, hey, what is your favorite memory or one of your favorite memories? Because you can't just pick one favorite memory, but what is something that you think about and what does the park mean to you? We would love to hear it and share and just share it with everyone else. So if that sounds good, do send it to info@leavingtodaypodcast.com. And we will definitely put it on the show. All right. So, any final thoughts for Disneyland? Any final thoughts for Disneyland's 70th birthday?
Here's the 70 more. That's about it.
Here's the 70 more. All right.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Disneyland. All right. So thank you for listening to this quick one. Episode 225 is right around the corner. Should be coming out in like 4 days from this one. All right. Thanks a lot. Oh, if you can find us, you can find Udi at Hackscully on Instagram. Yeah.
Yep.
And Becky, where can you be found again?
You can find me on Instagram at Becky_Weimer, BECKY_WEIMER.
Awesome. And then again, you can follow us on Instagram at Leaving Today Podcast, and also send us an email or an audio file to info@leavingtodaypodcast.com. If you don't remember that, just DM me on Instagram and we will hook you up. All right. Again, thank you so much for listening. We love you, adventurers out there, and we'll see you in the parks.
Bye.
See ya.